బంగారు మనస్సు, అపారమైనటువంటి మేధస్సు, గీతమును ప్రపంచ స్థాయి విశ్వవిద్యాలయంగా తీర్చిదిద్దాలనేటువంటి దృఢమైన సంకల్పం, దార్శనికత కలిగినటువంటి శ్రీ భరత్ గారికి, ఛాన్సలర్ ప్రొఫెసర్ వీరేంద్ర సింగ్ చౌహాన్ जी, వైస్ ఛాన్సలర్ ప్రొఫెసర్ హెరల్డ్ డిసౌజా जी, వీరందరితో పాటు రక్తంలో ఉత్సాహం, ఆలోచనలలో కొత్తదనం, అడుగుల్లో ఆత్మవిశ్వాసం నింపుకున్నటువంటి విద్యార్థిని విద్యార్థులకు మీ రేపటి భవిష్యత్తు కోసం తమ నేటి జీవితాన్ని త్యాగం చేసినటువంటి తల్లిదండ్రులకు, మీ మేధస్సుకు మెరుగులు దిద్ది మీ భవిష్యత్తుకు బాటలు వేసినటువంటి గురువులకు, కౌన్సిల్ మెంబర్లకు, గీతం యూనివర్సిటీని అభివృద్ధి చేస్తున్న అందరికీ కూడా నా మనస్ఫూర్తిగా ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుతా ఉన్నాను. విద్య ఒక వ్యక్తి జీవితాన్నే కాదు, ఒక సమాజ భవిష్యత్తుని మార్చగలగదు అని నమ్మినటువంటి మహనీయుడు డాక్టర్ ఎంబీబీఎస్ మూర్తి గారు. ఆయన మన మధ్య లేకపోయినా ఆయన ఆలోచనలు ప్రతి తరగతి గదిలో, ఆయన ఆశయాలు ప్రతి విద్యార్థి విజయంలో కూడా ఈరోజు సజీవంగా కనిపిస్తున్నాయి. గీతం ఆయన భావితరాలకు అందించినటువంటి ఒక శాశ్వత వారసత్వం అని నేను తెలియజేసుకుంటా ఉన్నాను. ఒక వ్యక్తి కన్న కళ నేడు వేలాది మంది విద్యార్థుల భవిష్యత్తుకు ఒక వెలుగైంది. అదే మూర్తి గారి గొప్పతనం అని మీ అందరికీ నేను తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నా. అదేవిధంగా ఇప్పుడు ఆ గీతం భవిష్యత్తుని ఈరోజు భరత్ గారు ముందుకు తీసుకువెళ్తా ఉన్నారు. ఆయన ఇందాక నా గురించి చాలా చెప్పారు, ధన్యవాదాలు. అయితే వారి గురించి కూడా ఒక మాట చెప్పాలి. పార్లమెంటు కమిటీస్లో ఆయన కూడా ఉన్నారు, మంత్రిగా లేకపోయినా కూడా. ఆ పార్లమెంటు కమిటీల్లో ఉన్నత విద్యకి, అదేవిధంగా విశ్వవిద్యాలయాలలో జరిగేటువంటి అనేక సమస్యలకి అన్నిటికీ కూడా ఈరోజు వారు ఒక విజన్ తోటి చూపిస్తూ ఉన్నారు. కాబట్టి వారందరికీ కేవలం గీతం విశ్వవిద్యాలయమే కాకుండా ప్రపంచం, మన భారతదేశంలో ఉన్న అన్ని విద్యాలయాల్లో మార్పుకు ప్రోత్సాహం కలిగిస్తున్న వారికి మరొక్కసారి ధన్యవాదాలు తెలుపుతా ఉన్నాను నేను. Then it comes to today. Today is a celebration of many of your aspirations and achievements. I call convocation is a commencement, because this is actually the start of your real responsibilities, but with lot of friends and confidence unlike before. You are also graduating at an extraordinary moment. As you all know, artificial intelligence is transforming professions. Robots are rewriting industries. But at the same time, India is emerging as one of the world's most important economic and technological powers. There is no doubt that some jobs will disappear, and skills that are available today may become outdated tomorrow. And it has happened countless times in the history. In the year 2000, technology came. Many have to upgrade their skills, and technology has become a continuous process. And even the people that have been that have had the jobs for so many decades still have to upgrade their skills. And it will be the same with your generation, and every time one opportunity goes, 10 other opportunities will be created. But the way one should think, at least the way I think about it, many of them told my story, but what they didn't tell me, actually when I went to America, when I got my medicine, we were below middle class family. When I went to America, My total assets was minus 30 lakhs. That means my family had a 30 lakh debt with zero assets. My parents were never studied. They studied 5th grade, 7th grade, 10th grade. I mean, 5th grade is my mother. I think 9th grade is my father. They had a small hotel. But still, I was able to overcome many of the obstacles. And this is the mindset one should have today, because the world is rapidly changing. Change is not a wall. It is a wave, like the one that you are sitting and watching over the beach. If you know how to ride the tide, you will go to places where you have never imagined. But if you consider these challenges as a wall, then it will obviously be overwhelming. And whatever I tell you is based on my real life experience. As they have said, I built an iconic company. There are 1,000 PhDs, professors from Harvard to everywhere work with me. To hire those 1,000 people, I probably interviewed 10,000 people. And whatever I tell you, and I fired many people, and I rewarded many people. And these are standardized principles that work for everybody, regardless of which industry you are in. These will help you if you pay attention. And whenever you are in a low mood, you watch this talk again and again. And some of you, you are very young. You may not understand the depth of what I am saying today, but when you become 40, 45, or 50 years, when you have some experience, you will understand what the meaning of this talk. And if you don't want to experience that, you pay attention and then you plan it so that you don't have to go through the same process that we have gone and understood in a painful process. So whatever the degree you are holding today, whether it is engineering, pharmacy, law, management, what you are getting, what you are actually holding today is a permission. It's not a destination. Many of you, in any university you go there, you have top performers, A+, A. There are always some Bs, some C. But there is a good news for everybody. And these are not my opinion. These are the studies that have shown. There is a Boston University researcher, Karen Arnold. He tracked 81 valedictorians, top of the top performers, over a period of time from graduation to their success in life. They all have become good doctors, lawyers, study corporate professionals. But unfortunately, none of them have created or disrupted an industry and changed the world. That doesn't mean they are not good. You know, I'm also one of the top performers, but I also changed. But this is 80 valedictorians that he studied, you know, obviously small sample. But what it tells you is, these are the straight A students, follow systems perfectly, they never question, and they don't think about rebuilding them. So they follow the conformity. That is why they are not able to do this. But at the same time, they have a very luxurious life. They are respected. They are good. So if you are that A person, congratulations. Keep up the good work. And you keep continue whatever you are doing. But at the same time, you can become like me also. But the other good news for the people who are in B and C, these are the people actually, if you look at the self-made millionaires around the world, the average college GPA was 2.923. These are the B student average. Why? Yeah, I mean, these are countless stories. Steve Jobs dropped out of the college. And we have one person here, CCL Products, Rajendra Prasad. He has built one of the world's largest coffee company, CCL Products. I don't think he studied in coffee. But whenever you talk to him, he has that passion and he talks 1 hour, 2 hours about coffee and it blends. I mean, that's the difference Why some B and C people? Because they are around the society, they understand the society, they see the problems, and they go and fix it. So what it means, the other study that has done is Adam Grant. What he did, what he looked at the organizational psychology of many people. The correlation between job performance and success with the grades fizzles out after 3 years. So whoever got the A grades and all the exceptional people, when they go into the jobs, next 3 years, they will perform much better. But the other people who learn how to actually be successful in life, they will be able to catch up in year 3. And that's when the trajectory changes for some of the best people in this world. So therefore, if you are a B or C, do not get discouraged, because 3 or 4 years of college doesn't mean anything. Today, when I started as a doctor, right, I practiced for several years. Then I built an edtech business, became a successful businessman. Now I became a politician and a minister. Look at the trajectory that I have changed. But the reason I became a minister and I was able to communicate is because I also studied in government school until the 10th grade. So I became a grader in my intermediate, but all the time before 10th grade, I was a B grader and C grader. Actually didn't study much, but I understood the society very well. So this is what I would like to tell you. This is not my single experience. This is the studies people have done in organizational psychology and all of that. So what it really takes to be successful? Now, that is the real question, right? So the two things that have repeatedly shown people to become extremely successful are, one is conscientiousness. In Telugu, called kartavya nishta. What does that mean? Badhyata, nibaddhata, kramasikshana. Kalipite kartavya nishta. This is called conscientiousness. This is being organized. This is being punctual. This is being self-disciplined. And this is being reliable. So organize, keeping your spaces clean so your mind will be clean. Seems simple, but 90% people cannot do it. Punctual, show up on time. In politics, I'll tell you, these are all real life examples. Here in politics, there is a story. Ministers or the MPs come on time. They don't come on time. They look at the crowd and they come if there is enough crowd. And the crowd, minister or MPs will come anyway late, so let's go 10 minutes late. This is the mindset. In my own constituency or in any meeting, I always go 2 to 5 minutes before. Even if my MLA doesn't come, if the crowd doesn't come, after 3-4 months, what happens? This person comes on time, I better go early. This is how you change the mindset of the people. Being punctual. Do not follow just because, even today, there was some discussion, our people are there. I told them, let's go, when we go, they will come. These seem simple, but what happens is when the cycle of delayness comes, people wait and wait, it loses the productivity of the people. They will be coming, many people who want to be punctual, they come on time. They waste their time for other people. So this is the same thing even when you go to the offices. Being punctual, self-disciplined and reliable. That means when you say a word, you know that you will do it. Because when you don't keep your word, they don't know next time whether you will do it or not. So this whole set of principles is called conscientiousness. Second is grit. In Telugu, orpu plus pattudala. Orpu ante firmness in mind and unyielding courage. Regardless of the circumstances, if you know this is right, and if you know you are working on something, you should never give up on that one. But at the same time, you have to calculate, you have to have a right mentors. So having that grit and conscientiousness, if you don't know any of these words, I suggest majority of you, please go and read and understand what these meant. These will serve you a long way. And then the other things to be successful are intense desire to be successful. Define your success. What do you mean by success? Many people think success means having a good house, good designation, a big house, or a recognition. That is not what success is. Success is creating something that's valuable for others, being respected in the society for what you do, and leaving a legacy, whatever may be that. Whether being a good professor, or building a company, or being a good employee. So understanding the desire and the definition of the success is important for somebody to know it. Because a title can give you authority, but it would not give you a respect. Money can give you comfort, but it will not give you a purpose. After some time, everybody eats the same thing. Money will not give you the purpose. So this desire has to be obsessive desire. It's not a wish, casual wish. You know, if you want to be, for example, if you want to be rich, you write it on your wall. What do you mean by rich? By what time? It cannot be a casual wish. And if you write it on a wall, I want to be this, and by this time, then your mind will start working towards that goal. If you don't have that clear goal, you will be wandering in the streets. So write that goal. So my one point you want to take is, if you dream vaguely, you achieve rarely. If you don't know anything, you just write. If you dream vaguely, you achieve rarely. Then, the other important principle for anybody to be successful, other than the grades, what I told you, is focused and deep knowledge in one area. Most people do the mistake of gaining general knowledge. General knowledge is helpful, and wide, shallow knowledge. What you want to know is, you pick up some area that really interests you, because you inherently know what you are good at it. And if you don't know, you ask 5-10 people around you, what do you see greatness about me? And why do people come to you for an advice? That is the intuition. No one will tell you. This intuition will define you, what you know, what you are going to be good at it, and you go deep and create value to others. So this is the important. One word that you want to remember is, depth is like a spotlight, breadth is like a night light. You understand? So keep the depth and get an expertise in that. And the third thing is, you know, many of you may or may not get the employment, but even if you get an employment, dream beyond employment. I want to tell you several stories. You look at the Skyroot people that went into space recently. These are the people that worked in NASA. They saw some of the bureaucratic issues. They thought they could do a private space industry much better than others. They came out and they built a Skyroot. This is one secret. You enter into an industry where you really like, you develop a depth in that subject matter, and then you come out. You come out with the team, and you see the problems that the existing companies are not solving. You go and solve that problem. This is how you end up being a creator than a simple consumer. So one meaningful solution, if you can identify for a problem, it can help thousands of lives. And the other important thing is, take risks. Many wait for the perfect idea, perfect opportunity, and perfect time. This never happens to anybody. And you have to start before you are completely ready. You have to take calculated risks. Everybody says what that means. You know, I'll give you my own example. I have a beautiful life in America. I have Rolls-Royce. I have the best houses. I have all assistants. I have 1,000+ employees. I make a lot of money. I sleep by 9:30, 10 o'clock. So I go to exercise, and I have evening, Saturday, Sunday, I spend time with my friends and family. Beautiful life. And then political opportunity came to me. And I asked 10 other people, what should I do? Just for information. Not a single one suggested me to go into the politics. Not a single one. Everyone said, are you mad? Why are you going into the politics? They are dirty. You have to lie. You have to cheat. They will use you. They will use your money. These are the things that people will tell you. But at the heart, the intuition will tell you, I can make a change. That single intuition of mine took the calculated risk that I want to go. Comfort is okay. Let me take out of my comfort zone. And you see how God rewarded me. This is what you guys have to understand. One way to remember, because you are all from the Vizag, a ship may be safest in the harbor, but ships are not meant to stay in the harbor. There are people who are meant to go and change the world. And if you believe you are one of them, you should take that calculated risk. Then only you will get rewarded. The other thing, there are a lot of people, they think success is easy and it can be achieved in short time. But I can tell you, there are no shortcuts for success. There are no shortcuts to anything worth that this world respects you and rewards you, does it in a short period of time. It took me 20 years to build my company. Even the CCL product, Rajendra Prasad, it took 30 years for him to build his coffee business to the world-class level. Even Geetham University was started in 1980. You look at, how it is. It takes time. So, the mindset should be changed. Shortcuts, this is one way. One is understanding shortcut. I will give you my practical examples of what people try to do shortcuts in my political arena. I get a lot of parents in desperate, can you give a job to my kid? I understand the parents, but what you are missing is the opportunity for the person to experience and learn in a painful way. No, nothing can be taught than a painful experience. Any parent or somebody should go and ask the people, can you advise him how to get a job? Not give a job. There should not be influence. They should have the ability to get a job by learning a skill. And that is the mindset before you ask somebody to go and give me a job, always think yourself, why should somebody give me a job? The question that you ask, why someone should give me a job, you don't need any advice from anybody. Because they are paying you to create a value for them. What value can you create? It's a simple question. Understand those. Don't fall for speculation. Get too rich schemes. Because anything that's too good to be true, it is too good to be true. It just doesn't happen. Don't go for steroids and overnight transformations. It just doesn't happen. You have to go to gym every day. You have to eat portion-controlled meal consistently to be fit. Don't try to copy. Try to be creative. I hate to say this example. In our country, if somebody starts with a TV name, TV 8 or 9, somebody starts TV 5, TV 4, TV 1. That's not creativity. Come on, go and get at least, don't copy someone's hard work and innovation. If you don't know how to be creative, there are ways to learn how to be creative. Go and search in ChatGPT. How can I be creative? Everything, whether it is creativity, leadership, everything can be learned. Nothing is born with DNA. Our brain is so remarkable, you can learn any skill. And then try to build credibility rather than virality. These days, Instagram and other stuff, everybody wants to be an influencer, and you want to create virality. That might work for a couple days, but in the long run, only credibility works. Finally, don't go to jugaad. Follow the systems. Jugad is whatever it takes, shortcuts, whatever means. It just doesn't help you in the long run. So there are two more things I want to tell. These are probably the most important of all. Character is everything. Protect it. Because this is how the character travels. For example, in my own department, a new secretary has been posted. One of my personal staff told me about this secretary in half an hour before that secretary could join in 2 weeks. A complete story. Your character travels before you take a step. And you think nobody watches. Everybody watches. The only way you can be perfect is actually being a perfect. So these are extremely important because most of the jobs, whether you want to go for a new job, whether you want a career promotion, most of the times 70% of the jobs get filled by the people within the network. Why would they pick somebody whose reputation is average or below average? If I am recommending somebody, I want to make sure that person creates value and I get a good name. Otherwise, smart people would not recommend a person with a character that is flawed. So therefore, what does that mean? Being honest, even during the most difficult times. And working like a team, giving credit to others, not stealing the credit, and not owning the responsibility for your own mistakes. So having this kind of character is what I have seen. Extremely capable people, so many people, they are highly intelligent, but you cannot trust them for important work. Therefore, this is the quote you want to remember. Your degree might open doors for you, but your character decides which rooms you are allowed to in. And then, as I told you, balanced lifestyle. I already told you, no one can be busier than me. I still play 1 hour badminton. I do 20 minutes of exercise. And morning to evening, I do ministerial activity. And night 8:30 to 11, 12, I manage my company in US. And Saturday, Sunday, I work in the Constitution with a lot of public. So no one can be more busier than me. So make sure you maintain balanced lifestyle with exercise, eat well, and be socially active. So a lot of people ask me, this is another important thing many people don't understand before it becomes too late. There are studies for people who lived longest. Who are the people that lived longest? There are only two standardized predictors. One, having a good social network. Social network doesn't mean having hundreds and hundreds of people. Having 4 or 5 people where you can really trust, they will be there for you regardless of what you offer, and they will be taking care of you if you are in trouble. Just 5, 6 people, having good people with you and having a purposeful work is what makes you live longer. And this is the final, always have a gratitude. Remember the people behind your success. Okay, whether it is, obviously a parent, a teacher, a supportive friend. These are the people that have patiently and consistently supported you. So never ever forget those 3 people. With my last quote, I will end this. Your name may be printed on this degree certificate, but many hands helped you write your success story. With that, and I wish you good luck. Find great mentors, have a positive attitude about life, face challenges, and conquer the world. And I hope there are several thousand people here. At least few of them can become like us and motivate other people in the future. Then my talk would be worthwhile. And I wish you again good luck. Thank you.